24, connecting you, us, and the community.
Yay! Welcome to your Hometown News. I'm April Frelke with my co-host, Nick Kaufman. Hi, Nick.
That's good to see. Hey, you know,
the viewers didn't hear you talking to me before we started. Sorry.
It was nice to see Joe last week.
Joe Minnie was with us.
Joe did a nice job. I haven't seen Joe. Only time I see Joe is watching the news. And hey, I understand that Tony Kurtz is going to be with us later.
Representative Kurtz will be with us.
That will be exciting.
And he's going to be with Vice President Mike Pence tomorrow.
Where at?
In Onalaska. I'm not sure. Maybe he'll give us a little.
Pence is coming in back into Wisconsin,
yes.
huh? Oh, well, interesting.
The vice president will be in Wisconsin.
Well, no kidding. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're excited to talk to him about that. The Connect 24 is brought to you by Oakdale Credit Union, Rudig Jensen in New Lisbon, Molter's Fresh Market in Toma, and Hardware Hank in New Lisbon. Our first story is a birthday celebration that happened last Sunday. A group of friends wanted to do something fun and special for a close-to-home resident named Irene Smith. But the traditional party was not possible. So what's the next best thing to a party? A parade. Irene sat out in the beautiful Sunday sun with lunch and some birthday cake while the parade of cars drove by, wishing her a happy birthday. Irene is a very active 103 years old with some pretty amazing friends. And Nick, I heard from Allison in studio, she plays bingo with Irene. She's her little bingo buddy.
she's
Allison
adorable.
Does our teleprompter.
103.
Isn't she adorable?
Yes, she sure is. You know, in Wisconsin, we have, I think, over 1,200. Okay, people over 100. Okay, however you say that, centenarians. Centenarians, sounds I think good. Is. And in the last census in 2010, there were 53,000 across the country. In 10 years, almost doubles, over 90,000 that they expect in this. 90,000, over 100.
Good genes.
Well, it's good genes, good health care, good whatever.
Eat your vegetables.
Who's next?
Okay. You are, Nick.
I am. Hold on to your mask. Mauston is holding an event called 2020 Census in the Park. Okay, speaking of census. And that'll be held on Saturday, August 1st from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event will be at the Riverside Band Shelter down here by the river. And to complete your census with free stuff. So get a coupon for a free scoop of Culver's if you show up, plus a gift bag. And Mauston really wants you to complete your census, and all for a good reason. Most economic numbers come from the census data, as well as federal money for the city and the county. So don't forget, Census in the Park on Saturday, August 1st from 11 to 2 p.m. Now I regret doing it right out of the box. I should have waited and got my gift.
I did mine immediately as well.
No, it's a good thing they're doing that. It highlights the fact that this has got to come to a close. You bet.
Okay. Well, Canada and Mexico are the United States' top export markets for U.S. agriculture, totaling a combined $40 billion in 2018. In fact, more than 28% of all U.S. farm and food exports went to our North American neighbors last year. The U.S.-Mexico-Canada Agreement, or USMCA, will make a good trade relationship even better, ensuring preferential market access for U.S. agricultural exporters and solidifying commitments to fair and science-based trade rules. Our first guest is a farmer and Wisconsin representative who understands the importance of this deal like this. So please welcome back to our program, Representative Tony Kurtz on the road. Welcome, Tony. Good to have you with us.
And hi, Tony. Nick Kaufman here. How are you?
I'm good. How you guys do? Well.
Oh, listen. For the viewers, what's the highlights of this trade deal that we all should be really excited about right here in central Wisconsin?
Well, the big thing for us, it's going to open, especially Canada. It's going to open a lot more dairy markets up in Canada, and also for poultry and also for wheat. But the big one for us, especially due to our proximity to Canada, is the dairy exports. You know, Canada has been kind of protective of their dairy market, and the USMCA, like April said, it's going to open a lot more markets for our dairy farmers here in Wisconsin, especially to Canada. Canada is our #1 export market for Wisconsin agricultural products. Mexico is #2. So USMCA, which took effect on the 1st of July, is a very good deal for our Wisconsin farmers.
Wow. Yeah, a couple of years ago, there was quite the deal with the milk supply, right? A lot of our farmers lost contracts with Canada.
Right. And so, this is going to help a lot of our area farmers. And once again, Canada has agreed to basically buy $242 million worth of more dairy products. And due to our proximity and our quality, I think Wisconsin farmers have a lot to gain through this.
Yeah, right.
Representative Kurtz, you're on the road. Can you just fill us in real quickly what's happening tomorrow with the Vice President and how you're going to be involved in that while we have you?
Vice President Pence is coming into Onalaska. He's going to take a tour of Morningstar Dairies over in Onalaska. Then there's going to be an agricultural panel, and we're going to be talking about the USMCA and how important it is to Wisconsin farmers. And I've been asked to be a member of that panel, and so that's why I'm in my car, because I'm actually in Onalaska right now waiting for a COVID test before obviously we get close to the Vice President. They want to make sure that we're nice and healthy before we have any interactions with him. So
yeah, very good. That makes a lot of sense. You know, since we hear so much bickering on the news, was this trade deal? Was this a bipartisan effort?
Yes, it was. I mean, I think everybody recognized that over the years, you know, the United States. I don't want to say they've been taken advantage of, but we've given some pretty good concessions to a lot of countries, not just Canada and Mexico, but also China, Japan, North Korea. And I hope your viewers know, over the last 18 months, the United States, we have rewritten basically 5 of our biggest trade deals with our 5 biggest trade partners. So obviously the other day, I don't know if your listeners knew, but China just made the largest corn purchase in history. And that's part of their agreement on the Phase 1 agreement with the China-U.S. trade deal that was signed obviously last year. So these trade deals are starting to come to fruition, which once again is going to be very good, not only for our farmers, but also for our manufacturers.
With all the hoopla tomorrow with the Vice President, are there any major concerns that you guys are all worried about? A little something that might go wrong with this?
As far as the trade agreements?
Yeah. I mean, getting everyone to do it.
Well, and that I'll be very honest with you, Nick. That was the concern with China, with obviously what's going on in the world stage right now. There was concern that China wouldn't follow through on their commitment on the Phase 1 of the trade deal. Well, China did, and that's a good thing. China did follow through, and to your point, that is the fear. But I think, you know, we have a great relationship with with Canada and Mexico. We've been wonderful partners in the past, and I think USMCA is going to be a big win for Wisconsin farmers.
Good news.
Representative Kurtz, thank you for taking your valuable time to be with us, and have a great day tomorrow with the Vice President. Thank you.
Absolutely. Say hi to him for us.
Yep, you guys take care.
Thanks. Catering for cast and crew has been provided by Marco's Italian and American Grill in Warrens. Great food with fun and a relaxing atmosphere at Marco's. The new Lisbon School District Superintendent is in the studio, and his interview is next.
At Moulters Fresh Market, we're in this together. We're working hard to keep our shelves stocked and our prices low. Moulters is buying truckloads of things you need every day, like pallets of bottled water, a truckload of toilet paper, even pallets of charcoal for your summertime barbecues. It's time to head to Moulters Fresh Market, stocking up so you can save.
The Oakdale Credit Union has spent decades serving Oakdale, Mauston, and Reedsburg. From comprehensive financial services to reliable mortgage loans, we strive to provide unparalleled care.
I like the warm and friendly atmosphere each and every time I come in. The staff is very knowledgeable and truly cares about its members.
Come and learn more about the Oakdale Credit Union, where we treat you like a member of the family.
Do you have one of those things that makes spray painting easy?
You're talking about one of these, the easy way to do it. Hi, can I help you?
Hi, do you have one of those shower extenders?
Sure do, right here. Hey there.
Hi, do you have a saw that saws everything?
Sure do. Right here.
You've got a lot more going for you with Hank, Hardware Hank.
Relax at Marco's Italian and American Grill in Warrens, Wisconsin.
You're watching Lynxx 24.
Connecting you to the community.
Back to the program. Our next guest is the New Lisbon School District Superintendent. So give a warm welcome to our show to Mr. Adam Englebretson. Adam, great to have you in studio, and congratulations on your new job.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be here.
Very good. For the viewers and for me, give me a little bit of your background. What qualifies you for the job?
Sure. I'm coming back to the area after being gone for about 20 years. I am originally from Boston.
Oh, well, there you go.
After being on the eastern side of the state and as a teacher and activities director, assistant principal, and principal of curriculum instruction, I was the high school principal at Random Lake for 6 years, and most recently now I've been hired by New Lisbon to be the superintendent as of July 1st. Was my official start date.
Very good. It's nice to have a local boy, as they say, come home, okay, and serve the community. Yeah, well, it's kind of nice. It really is.
It's great to be back in the area.
That's good.
So a lot of your parents and community are probably wondering, what does COVID-19 look like? Or can you give us some updates or what's happening in the New Lisbon?
Was this the school start thing, you mean?
School district, yes.
Yes, okay, I'm with you.
Well, news about COVID-19 changes every day, so we are continually having conversations with our conference, the Scenic Bluffs Conference, our county health departments, our county school districts, and our CISA to try to formulate a plan that will allow us to make the best choice possible to keep our students safe, our teachers safe, and to provide the best education we can for our students during this time period.
Adam, when you talk about the conference, you're talking about all the sports stuff?
Our Scenic Bluffs Conference, correct.
Right,
which is
that's all
our
that,
area
the whole
schools.
sport thing. So what does the plan look like now, even though it might be changing?
Or elements of the plan? Are you trying to get details,
Yeah,
Nick?
I'm trying to get some insights.
He's trying to get details from you.
Right.
Well, I don't have any specifics for you right now, but we have a school board meeting this last Monday, and the board did discuss 3 different options, which they will now come back to the table and discuss again on Tuesday. And once again, as news changes, we try to take the most updated news we can to make the best decision we can possible for our students.
What kind of news are you reacting to? Is it mostly how many cases and all that kind of stuff, or is it mostly from the parents and their reactions?
Well, it's we have sent out a parent survey, a survey to our families, and we had a number of responses. Responses came back all over the board. We also surveyed our staff about their feelings about returning, and from there we have valuable information once again that we are using to look at the data and working with our board to make a decision on reopening.
And I know that the superintendents, Nick, I don't know if I read of the letter, put out a really nice letter from all the superintendents and Amanda Dietrich, our county health, that talking about what you've just said, that they're working on it. So let me ask you this, Adam. What are you maybe, besides COVID-19, what are you looking forward to working in the New Lisbon School District as superintendent?
Well, it's a great district. I think I was hired back in April, and we've used the coronavirus time, I think, to our advantage, because I've been working with Mr. Burr, who is the superintendent who has just retired, and was able to spend a lot of time with him over this spring to ease the transition. So we were able to communicate and collaborate quite a bit about what the district has been doing. So we're not just picking up brand new as of July 1st, but we're going to continue all of the great things that the district has been working on and move them forward.
So you're kind of looking at this more or less like a little glitch in the plan, so to speak, okay? But you're really kind of on the plan as though it really didn't happen.
Well, it's been nice to transition this role and to have continuity I guess, in this position because I just didn't start July 1st, but I've been in the district 2 or 3 days a week since April, working with the outgoing superintendent to acclimate to what they've already been up to.
I'll bet that's really a big advantage, particularly when this COVID thing started, just about that time.
Correct.
You're right in on it,
Yeah.
and working this out. That's good.
Can you talk a little bit for our viewers about the busing? I know parents probably have a lot of questions about busing and
What about busing?
kids on the bus.
Okay, got it. You got to get more buses?
Well,
okay.
It's the maximum capacity says like 60 or 72 on the bus, and you can't pack them all in without,
So we contract our bus services through Brown Bus Company, and Mr. Brown has been in a number of times to communicate and collaborate with us about what he's hearing in the meetings that he's been attending. He has brought back a number of safety precautions that he plans to put in place on our buses this year. A couple of those would be including hand sanitizer as students are coming aboard, trying to protect the drivers, either wearing a mask or a face shield or having some other protective gear around the driver's compartment as the DOT allows. And then having preferential seating for students, whether they're going to be assigned a seat to sit with people in their own, or students in their own family or their own cohorts in school to try to minimize the interaction.
Right,
that
you just can't sit wherever you want. You have to kind of sit with people you're going to be with.
It's a big deal. I hadn't even thought about that.
Oh, Nick.
There's a lot of planning. There's a lot of planning that's going into place.
So many details, and everyone's so emotional about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I knew that it was kind of a big cost, too. Yeah, and probably be even more of a cost. This whole thing is going to cost you guys a lot more money out of your budgets, isn't it? This whole Corona thing.
Well, we're doing the best we can. Our main concern is that everybody's safe.
That's good. That's excellent.
Well, Mr. Englebretson, thank you for coming in. We hope we can have you back on the show with some fun, more like sport news or, fun things happening and less serious or see how things are going.
Absolutely.
So thanks for coming in.
Good luck with your new job.
Thank you
very much.
They'd say break a leg, okay, or something.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, an all-new Flavor Wise is next.
This is nurse practitioner Kelly Thayer from Toma Health Sleep Services. It is estimated that 1 in 5 adults have sleep disordered breathing and 80% are unaware and go untreated.
Toma Health Sleep Services can help diagnose various sleep disorders like sleep apnea, insomnia, and restless leg syndrome through on-site sleep studies.
Go online to tomahealth.org to learn how you can get a healthier night's sleep.
Abra Auto Body and Glass, a division of Rudig Jensen in New Lisbon, can handle everything from major auto and truck body damage to windshield replacements, filling chips, dents, and door dings, featuring a 46-foot custom paint booth for boats, RVs, trailers, you name it. If it fits, we can paint it. State-of-the-art facility, aluminum repair certified, all makes and models, foreign and domestic, all insurance companies welcome. Rest assured, repairs will be done right the first time, on time. Call Abra Auto Body and Glass in New Lisbon today. Moulter's family-owned store brings you fresh. Feel healthy with a wide selection of organic foods, gluten-free products, certified Black Angus beef, and handmade brats. Moulter's has a great selection of meats, so choosing can be tough. Just ask our butcher to help you make the perfect selection. Moulter's brings you fresh-packed deli meals for those on the go. And of course, our fresh market. Download our mobile app and start saving money today. Moulter's brings you fresh.
I'm Nora Collins. You're watching Lynxx 24, connecting you to the community.
Welcome to Flavor Wise. I'm Dana Mallinger, registered dietitian nutritionist. It is my passion to inspire and empower you to achieve your full health potential using real food with exquisite flavor. This episode is sponsored by Moulter's Fresh Market. This episode of Flavor Wise is going to be very exciting. I am challenging Jared to a fast food challenge. I will be in the studio preparing a fresh quesadilla while he runs to a fast food restaurant. See if he can beat me. Jared's car started. My kitchen is ready. Whitney will be moderating.
We've got 15 minutes on the clock. Dana, Jared, go! are neck and neck.
Uh-oh, barrier number 1, a red light. Dana, did you call ahead to order red lights?
Red lights. It's going to hit them.
Yeah, she called in some favors to the city. Man, Jared, she's already got the peppers going.
The peppers?
Yeah, it's a fancy quesadilla. How close are you? Because she's really coming along here.
I'm more than halfway there, but we didn't film the speed I'm traveling, right?
Well, it's against the rules for you to speed. You've got to
Right,
follow
because
the law.
I don't want to break the rules. Certainly not. I'm turning. I'm not quite at the parking lot yet. I'm very close. Ooh, uh-oh, bit of a line. I think that's going to be challenge
not good
number 1.
news. Yeah, I didn't plan for that.
Now, am I allowed to use the horn, or is that considered cheating?
Again, against the law if not necessary.
I don't think the horn's against the law. Now you're making stuff up. I'm doing well. Could I please have a chicken quesadilla?
Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it. Thank you.
Sure, you want chicken quesadilla? Comes for $4.
Well, that was quick.
Smells good.
And now we wait.
All right, Dana's opening the chicken already.
I've ordered the chicken. She's opened the chicken. I feel like that's an equitable pace.
How's the line coming along?
I'm second in line right now.
We've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes, Dana, 10 minutes.
Okay. Dana's making a mess.
That's part of the fun of cooking.
Yeah. Uh-oh, I'm in a hurry and I'm almost forgetting something. Ooh, slippery.
Dana, what are you working on making now?
A guacamole ranch.
Oh, guacamole ranch? All right. Does yours come with any sauces?
Thank you. Have a great day. You know, I didn't want to take the time to ask about the sauces. Maybe I should have. Oh boy, I hit a bump.
8 minutes left.
That means I've only taken 7 minutes at this point.
Are we sure you didn't speed?
I didn't speed. Is there any sort of point system for me having to deal with other people? I avoided a very slow person on the street just now, and I feel like I should get credit for that in my time consideration. Like maybe you subtract 30 seconds from my final
Are
score.
you asking for time consideration because you didn't hit someone with your vehicle?
No. I mean, first off, yes, I didn't hit somebody. I've not hit anybody, just to be clear.
Sounds like you're pretty nervous.
I mean, it's possible.
How much time do we have left?
We have got 6 minutes and 40 seconds.
I see a speed sign. My nerves are kind of put at ease because I'm pretty sure I get 2 quesadillas out of this, right?
Well, you have to share them. You don't get to eat all the quesadilla.
Nobody told me that. Nobody told me that. So no. I got to be honest with you. I'm in the parking lot and I feel pretty good about it.
Oh my goodness.
He's going fast. You were really fast.
I mean, a lesser driver wouldn't have made it.
Oh, okay.
Probably, maybe.
I had more than just a quesadilla, though.
There's a lot more going on that plate than on my delicatessen paper.
Right.
Did you bring sauce?
I hope it's in there.
Okay.
We proved that fresh food can be made fast, but the key is it flavorful? So the taste test.
You can in like 10 minutes, pretty much. That's pretty awesome. You just
well, I mean, you don't have to say it like that.
Okay.
Chicken, cheese. There's some sauce in there.
Yeah. Okay.
So do you think it's a healthy sauce?
I'm not so sure how.
I wouldn't go that
right,
far.
Where I would go with that.
Right. So the sauce that we prepared today is an avocado ranch. So it goes great with a quesadilla or just as a salad. Also with this one, we did use our whole grain tortilla. Okay. So anybody that is interested in lower carbohydrate diets, whether it's for diabetes control, following a low carb diet or a ketogenic diet, these are perfect because they have 7 grams of fiber, really high in fiber, low in sugar, 1 gram of sugar, have a little bit of protein, but the net carbohydrates is 6 carbs. You have to let me know what the flavor is like in comparison.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm loving the avocado ranch.
I like bites that kind of everything's represented.
That's good. That's real good. I love that there's like veggies in it, veggies on the side, and I love sauces, and this is really good avocado ranch.
Thank you for joining me with this episode of Flavor Wise, where we did the fast food challenge. It was a good challenge. We tied, which is great. That shows that we can prepare a fresh, flavorful meal in about the same time that it takes to run through a fast food restaurant, and on top of it get the extra nutrients that our body needs with that meal. Next episode we will be preparing foil packs on the grill. This is Dana Mallinger encouraging you to choose flavor and live empowered.
Moulter's family-owned store brings you fresh. Feel healthy with a wide selection of organic foods, gluten-free products, certified black Angus beef, and handmade brats. Moulter's has a great selection of meats, so choosing can be tough. Just ask our butcher to help you make the perfect selection. Moulter's brings you fresh-packed deli meals for those on the go. And of course, our fresh market. Download our mobile app and start saving money today. Moulter's brings you fresh.
Trolls World Tour is coming to your home.
Ow, ow! Road trip!
Now you can make movie night a world premiere. Boom.
Happy birthday! Come on, just sing! I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So who let the dogs out?
I knew it. Who let the dogs out? Too far.
Trolls World Tour premiering at home. Watch now.
Hi, I'm Josh Tully from The Josh Tully Show. You're watching Lynxx 24, connecting you to the community.
Well, here we are, moments in history. Where were you in 1969? Now, April, you probably weren't even born.
I was born in 1969.
Excellent.
February 1st.
Okay, really important. Now you all have to think about what you were doing, because on July 15th, okay, or 16th, but I think it was today, 15th, in 1969, Commander Neil Armstrong commanded the module pilot Michael Collins and lunar module pilot Edward Buzz Aldrin, okay, went to the moon. The mission was to land 2 men on the lunar surface and return them safely to Earth as part of a national goal set by President John F. Kennedy back on May 25th of 1961, okay? So an estimated 500 million people watched Armstrong describe the event, and we've all heard this before, and he took 1 small step for man and 1 giant leap for mankind, words that will live on for years. In the following missions, another 10 people visited the moon during the subsequent launches of the Apollo spacecraft. Astronauts delivered several hundred kilograms of samples to Earth and carried out a series of studies on the moon. They measured heat flow, magnetic field, radiation levels, various intensities, composition of the solar wind, all those other good technical things. In December of '72, though, the U.S. lunar program ended with the Apollo 17th 6th landing on the moon. And the Lunar 24 station was launched in August of 1976 and becoming the last Soviet Union spacecraft launched to the moon. The moon exploration programs were shut down in the Soviet Union and the United States almost simultaneously in the mid-70s. It was very expensive to fly to the moon. Since that time, the moon exploration has stopped. Only Japan sent its Hilton artificial satellite to the moon in 1990, and then two U.S. spacecraft, Clementine in '94, Lunar Prospector in '98, and it goes on and on and on. What you got to remember is that you've got a little bit more than 50 years since we went to the moon.
Well, we want to thank our guests and those of you for joining us, where we're connecting you to the community.